Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to the Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey podcast, a bonus episode.
Bonus!
We got a bonus here. Bonus episode.
Watch out for the bonus. The bonus will get you.
The bonus. So this is this got dusted off here recently. It's almost a year old.
That's one way to say it.
Well, it was very complex because we had all the different podcasts there at KOH and recorded the Shit Show podcast.
We were missing one.
We were? Who?
Mike and Mike.
Oh.
The now defunct Mike and Mike.
Well, yeah, they're not even around anymore. I don't know what happened. They don't listen. They don't put out podcasts anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're just wheeling all that. I don't even see them post on.
I wonder if he's going to KOH 2023. I'll have to circle back with him and see.
Do they even post on Instagram anymore?
No. Just fell off the face of the earth.
Wow. All right. Anyway, the real important people were there.
Wow. Yeah, so we recorded. It was a lot of fun. It was Thursday night after I came off of Chocolate Thunder all day for the golf cart recovery there, the 4,900 race.
Let's call it what it was, KOH after hours.
KOH after hours. I was tired. And the Trail Chasers crew put on their flak jackets and headed into Hammertown Heights Estates.
They were scared.
They were. They actually got lost on the way there, and they were down in the ghetto of the Johnson Valley area, and they were lucky to get out with their lives and made it to camp. They were very thankful to be in our camp. And
touch and go. Yeah. Well, we have those turrets at the bottom.
Well, and security barely let them in. I had to beg and plead and let them know that this is another podcast. But they go, they go off-road podcast.
And who runs security?
I go, yeah, but they're driving these, Frontiers and Overlander type vehicles. I mean, what?
Fords?
Yeah. No, the Ford Ranger's good. Ranger.
You know who runs the security?
No, who?
Lorenzo.
Oh, that's why. That's why they had trouble getting in. Okay. Well, anyway, so we sat down in the camper and, oh my gosh, it was just pure comedy that ensued.
Well, there was a shitload of bourbon flowed, and a lot of bottles were drained too. So if a bottle was accidentally left in the Taj Mahal, it was in jeopardy.
Oh, yeah, they got drained. I mean, there was,
Chris Rea left a bottle that just
we put
survive.
A big healthy dent in that before it got finalized there. So there wasn't much left. So that's good.
Yep, for sure.
But absolutely hilarious. Good job on editing this one. There was it was a shit show. It was a pure shit show.
That's what we're calling it. The bonus episode shit show.
Yeah. So, but lots of fun. I don't know. Should we give away any? I think we should just
we don't
let
need
it roll.
to give away, but what we are going to give away is it's being simultaneously released.
Yeah. So everybody, every podcast involved, Snail Trail, Trail Chasers, Cruising to Camp, and us, are releasing this the same day, but we're each giving our own commentary. So, you want to go over to those other podcasts and listen to their commentary on it. Feel free to do that. So,
I will say my comments, and we'll have more comments after the show. But the only two sober people in that camper were me
and Cody. Yeah. I gotta drop one quote here that we had this group text going with everybody, and I was listening to this thing, and I was quoting people as so talking about them getting lost on the way to camp, and Cody goes, lucky we didn't get stabbed. Someone says, and Cody goes, yeah, well, at least in the Inland Empire, I know who's going to be stabbing me. So oh, it's so good. So I love it. I love it. This is good. I tried to get them to camp with us this year, but they're just refusing. No. Well, they're going, but they're going to camp in their own little private,
out in the middle of nowhere.
Private camp with their, I don't know, away from everything. They still got to be able to see the fireworks.
Do they know when they camp in the middle of nowhere, they run the risk of getting run down?
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
In the middle of the night?
I think you're better safety in numbers, right?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, well, we'll see.
All right, well, it's been nice knowing you guys.
All right, well, great. So let's let this one roll. And you're going to enjoy this one. And if there's any kids around, I suggest you earmuffs. Or tell them leave the room or get out of the car.
Get out. Get out of the car.
Make them
walk home. Stop the car first.
Make them walk
Please.
home.
I know Jason wouldn't stop, but I'd stop first.
No, I'd just go to slow down to about 15 miles an hour and push them out.
Be like that scene from Terminator 2 when the Terminator jumps on the helicopter.
Yes.
Get out. And the guy jumps out of the helicopter.
Out.
I mean, literally jumps out of a flying helicopter.
Yeah.
That's how scary that shit was.
Yeah, movie magic.
I know. The trail chasers love that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Boom.
Welcome to the KOH Shit Show right here, 2022. That we are here live, recorded on the lake bed, 2022 KOH, with not one, not two, not three, but 4 freaking podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Host? Is that what I'm counting out?
How many people are in here?
We did it.
We got
we're breaking the internet.
We got Trail Chasers, which has like 16 people. We got Snail Trail, and we got Lee Lim of Cruising to Camp.
See, when you're a shitty podcast, you have to 4 shitty equals 1 less shitty. Is that what it's
shitty per person? Less shitty per person.
The shit ratio is a little bit easier to take when it's 4.
Wait, which one's the corn then?
So I don't know.
I just got a wireless mic.
I thought this would be a good idea to get everybody together. Now we're really second guessing
this whole
thing because this is going south already.
It's an abomination.
It was probably a good idea to get everyone together around the campfire.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a good idea until we showed up and Chris was like, "Well, you know what? I need to eat, so you guys sit around the camp and drink for an hour." And Lee shows up with some Japanese fancy ass whiskey that even I drank. And now this is all going downhill.
Well,
2 shots.
Two shots.
Wine.
Paul or
plum? No, plum, not
Whoa,
palm
wine
wine
comes in later. What you do with Paul is your own business.
That's right.
And Centauri whiskey.
It was good. And I don't drink.
It's pasta night.
So
it's pasta night.
So what? You guys had an interesting story today. So we'll let you start with that.
You want to start with that?
Let's start with what you guys did today, because we didn't do shit.
We've been on the lake bed for 8 days now.
A week, yep.
And we did a podcast with Cynthia, who's in charge of volunteers here at KOH, and it was pretty interesting how. And I've seen it with Dolly and Eric, Amber's parents that volunteer all the time and started Volville. So all the volunteers had a place to come in and camp so first-timers can come in and feel welcome and volunteer and have a place, safe space out of Hammertown. And so anyways, I'm like, okay, I'm going to...
Why do you need a safe space?
Well, look, you guys are camped how many miles from Hammertown right now?
You are safe space, 20 miles?
Have you seen this place?
Yeah.
No, I know. I wanted him to address why we need a safe space.
So it's like super cool. So I like, okay, I'll help out with backdoor recovery. Well, then we found out there wasn't going to be no backdoor recovery.
I was backdoor recovery.
Nobody
asked
me. Were you?
Fail on that part.
Where was the sign-up list?
Yeah.
For backdoor recovery.
So Re-Rim, how did that go?
Whoa.
I took care of backdoor like a man.
Yeah,
Good job, dude.
Yeah, you did.
You stopped that back door
so
up.
How
huh?
many of those backdoor participants did you take care of?
All that came.
All of them.
You know what? I swear to God.
Lee Lim is leaving the house.
You know, at some point,
Rim has left the podcast.
You know, at some point, there was a group of grown-ass men sitting around a table pointing at a map going, we're going to call this Chocolate Thunder, and 80 million people are going to have to say that with a straight face, and they giggled like 12-year-olds.
Hey, did they have hot dogs this year at Backdoor?
No, we had tamales, actually.
Oh, no. Last year, they had free wieners at Backdoor.
That's right.
2 years ago.
Backdoor hot
You're right.
dogs.
We were going to go tomorrow to see if
not
we can,
there.
or Saturday, see if we can get some free
Maybe
wieners
tomorrow.
At
I
tomorrow.
want some hot dogs at Backdoor. Bacon wrapped.
You gotta pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Tijuana.
But you guys, so you guys.
Anyway,
all
so we did
volunteered.
Chocolate Thunder, which is better than Backdoor. I don't know if
Really?
Not
I'll
marginally.
take your word for it.
Marginally.
Backdoor's harder.
So it is a lot more difficult. So golf cart. So we bag on the whole side by side scene and golf cart recovery today is what we did. and it was pretty freaking entertaining. And there was a bunch of people out there, of course, heckling us, heckling the drivers. But I was having a blast.
Why were they heckling you? Like, I don't
because
understand.
it's like, well, no,
that's what you do. It's
provide a
it's like
service,
baseball.
right?
But
it is like baseball. Hey, batter, 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 swing, batter.
And throwing rocks?
No, we don't throw rocks.
Not you.
Dildos.
Spectators.
They were throwing
No,
dildos?
they did throw a few rocks down, but that was a couple kids. But anyways, it's like the side by sides on its side, so we're like, oh, we'll get 4 or 5 people and flip it up. Well, that didn't work, so we had to, use winches and everything, and it was a challenge in there because there's no winch points. There are 0 winch points in Chocolate Thunder.
Well, there's nowhere to put a rig.
Well, and that's it. So we had 2 rigs at the top. So my rig and Eric's rig, Dolly's and Amber's dad, I should say. Well, she was up there too.
Is Amber's mom.
Oh, Dolly was great. I gotta say, Dolly was great.
Dad Dolly from now on. That's kind of an odd nickname for Dad, but okay, cool.
It's 2022.
Maybe he's super into it.
She was great because she's a rig coming. Guys, get ready, and she was heckling us too. But it was these recoveries, and it was so crazy. And then, 2 more rigs would come up and trying to get through. But it was cool because KOH, the spirit of KOH is alive and well, even in the golf cart family, because, we needed a winch behind one rig, and a golf cart came up in the back with a winch, and they're like, hey, we'll winch them, and they worked with us. Everybody worked together. We only had one individual today that did not listen to our direction, and
good job,
whatever. But there's always those, Toyota Frontier drivers out there.
The Toyota Frontier? Is that a new model?
Yeah.
Hey, I have
Everybody
a question.
can.
Jason,
Yes.
did Kevin Jones come prancing up to
Oh,
you guys?
my God.
Because he came prancing up to me out in Aftershock, and I was like, Kevin! He goes, hey, Tyler! And he's just, prancing up. I was like, oh, I've never seen somebody this cheery as a co-dog.
It was exactly. He was having fun.
No responsibility.
What was hilarious about Kevin Jones is, he showed up at, 3:30. And I'm like, dude, you missed lunch freaking 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Where you should have been here at lunchtime. He goes, we've had nothing but problems. But it was super fun. We had 4 other dogs in this race that we never saw today. But it was super cool to see him get out. And the driver, Lesage, he was just super laser focused.
You guys have, and I say you guys as a conglomerate of Northern Californians, you guys have, what do you mean you people? You guys have, really found a niche inside the Ultra 4, KOH. You seem to be really connected with that group. Was that something you actively did, or is that just because of people you know?
It's just a super cool culture.
We're actively
it's a really
doing
cool
it,
community.
but Tyler's right. It's super cool culture, and in his words, it's just and believe it or not, there's quite a few of these teams and drivers that are in our area.
Yeah.
So we can. It's easy
So
connections.
Jason Shears, good friends of ours, and people we know on their pit crew, and so that's kind of we got involved, and then it was just with my first time at KOH, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is my people right
Yeah.
here. It's
Jason loves the smell of race fuel in the morning.
I do, and the common, engineering of these cars that can do 120 through the desert and 6 miles an hour through crazy rocks, climbing over rocks the size of VW bugs. So
6'6", they're usually about 26.
Yeah.
whatever. It's insane. So I'm a gearhead and through and 4-wheel enthusiast, and I gravitated towards Ultra 4 when I first discovered it.
Awesome. We did our own little recovery today. At our
Frontier?
From Taco Bell?
Is that-
it wasn't one of our
Taco Bell drive-through?
At our rendezvous point this morning. At our rendezvous point this morning, some jackass in a 2-wheel drive Silverado.
No, it was an F-350.
Oh, was it? That's right. F-350, 2-wheel drive F-350.
But it wasn't a Nissan.
Pulling a trailer with something in it, got buried, 300 yards off the street. And so some guy, his buddy rolls over on a bike, and he's like, hey, anybody want to make $100 to get this guy out?
Hold on. This was 300
Count me in.
yards from our point of connection, where we were meeting up with our group so we can go camp.
Yeah.
And Like it just so happened to be like, can you help us out?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go over there. What do we owe you? Whatever. Oh no, we're gonna talk trash.
Yeah, we're just gonna rip on you in the show. Like,
I wish
you just gave me 2 weeks of content. I don't like that's yes.
Thank you so much.
So to the guy that shouldn't have been where he
I
was.
think it was Willie and Dennis.
Yeah, is that what their names were?
Well,
I don't remember.
I've been drinking all day. I don't know.
So we had to drag them, make a big ass U-turn, which I don't get credit for that one. Drag them around to get back towards the street so they could get the hell out and find a way, go in through Boone Road or something so they not get stuck. But
Boone
It
Road.
was the ultimate Toyota commercial because it was a full run.
Mike.
Yeah,
Look at you.
I don't know what to do right now.
I don't know. Take it.
Now you get no mic.
I've never seen anybody.
It's the ultimate Toyota commercial because it's a 4Runner pulling 2 Fords.
Yeah, we had a 4Runner connected to the front of my truck. 4Runner connected to the front of my truck. My truck connected to the F-350, dragging out this truck and trailer.
4Runner had to pull both Fords out of the hole. That's I have video.
Nobody's surprised at this.
Oh boy.
No, I know. I have video.
It's not a one-runner.
Fords regularly get pulled out by Toyotas. Just
Yeah,
saying.
no, we're good with
So-
that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, 100%.
So you,
I
you
just
filled
wanted
your
to say
karma
that-
jar. You're good. You rescued it forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm going to need it later, I'm sure.
Out in the Sacramento area, for some odd reason, there's an insane amount of Ultra 4 racers.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost like throwing, dice out into the yard and we're going to hit somebody. And they're just out there for some odd reason. I don't know why.
I think it's called
Rubicon.
swinging a dead cat. That's the analogy you're looking
Sure. Thank
Yeah,
you,
the
Jason.
dice in the yard. That's the first time I heard
in the
that.
yard
one.
I've never heard of before.
Okay.
Prison
So I'm gonna swing a dead cat. And I'm gonna hit an Ultra 4
Swing a dead
rider.
cat. There you go, Jimmy.
I'm going to roll the dice.
I'm
It'll
gonna
tell me
roll the
how many
dice and
cats
hit
I got to
somebody.
swing.
Hot dog
But
mason
there
jar.
are
What?
an odd amount of
dog
Ultra
broth?
4 drivers in Northern California, and I don't know why it is. But
Why do you think
Rubicon.
they would come
Rubicon.
from NorCal as opposed to SoCal?
Is it Rubicon adjacent? Is that
It's
is that
Rubicon.
part of it?
Rubicon and Fordyce, I think, is
I
a
really
big
do.
part of it.
Or
Glamis does not
there's
breed Ultra 4.
There's 2 big Ultra 4 races up there.
Not anymore.
There's the NorCal and there's Reno, right?
Well, the
No,
NorCal
not
Rock
anymore.
Race
Reno's
is
dead.
series. Reno, the
Fortunately.
Reno site is gone. That
Yeah,
was
and Ultra 4 dropped Prairie City, so
Yeah,
it's just
so
NorCal Rock Racing.
That's the one I think I was
right,
thinking
NorCal
of.
Yeah,
Prairie
both-
City.
and
all-
that's
anything-
where a lot of these drivers cut their teeth. They'll always talk about NorCal Rock Racing, and as I said, Fordyce and Rubicon. That it's like they started wreck wheeling on Fordyce, Rubicon, all the trails in the Sierras, and then say, oh, hey, maybe we can do some competition, and oh, hey, NorCal Rock Racing where we rock, and then next thing you know, hey, going slow kind of lame. We
Let's
want
see
to
how
go fast now.
we can do.
So like they did the Rubicon, and they were like, you know what? If we invested another $150K, we could probably just race it.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It seemed like that would come from just about anywhere.
So how many times have you guys been to KOH now?
Every year
like-
since 2016. For me,
who are you talking
every
to?
year
Pretty
since
much.
2016.
I'm talking to this audience
So
of 20 that we have on mics.
This
right
is
now.
Cody. I've been here every year
Hi,
since
Cody.
2016, either by myself or with somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So,
over the
6
last
years.
in 2020 and this year we came with a large group.
Yeah, so Matt, Trail Chasers. I learned to ride my dirt bike here back in the day, like 20 years ago or whatever.
kidding.
So
Sweet.
yeah, this is like kind of weird because, but then I stopped. Whatever. Whether I just went to Anza Borrego or Glamis or whatever to start riding, and then I left Johnson Valley for a while. And then all of a sudden, Johnson Valley becomes the home of the four-wheeling.
Largest off-road race
it's a
of
super
the
huge
world,
thing.
yeah.
So it really is weird for me to kind of have like an innate, like directionally,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we just go over this hill. or
he's like,
whatever.
oh, right around this ridge. And I'm
Yeah,
like, whatever.
go
I don't,
over
I
this
trust you.
ridge.
Yeah.
But oh shit, there's like a ton of trailers and truck. It's really different now. But as far as King of the Hammers, it's only been a few years for me. Though I do feel very at home in this terrain.
Nice.
I guess.
Nice.
Whatever that means.
And then Snail Trail Boys.
On my end, it was. I think my first trip was down in 2018. And it was just primarily just coming down to see what the heck was going on. And then in 2019, I actually put some tread in the dirt and was putting in some interviews and videos and stuff like that. So
Tread in the dirt. I like that one.
That is a great.
Way better than Dice in the Yard.
Jimmy, I'm gonna
way better than Dice in the Yard.
I'm gonna
And
steal
then
that shit.
Tread in the
next
dirt.
thing you know, in 2022, he's trading jackets out on the lake pit.
Wow. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I love how he said, dice in the yard, and everyone went along with it. Like, yeah, I know what he's talking about.
I was letting him
Nobody
finish.
knew what the fuck he was talking
Trying
about.
to figure out what these young
Prison
kids.
talk.
Maybe it was a new term. I'm like, okay, I'll just roll with it.
These cool kids are got some
Jimmy's
new
bleeding edge, man. He's all
Don't you
I'll
guys know that's one of the pastime activities here in the lake bed? Is rolling dice in the yard out in front of your
Yeah,
camper?
see, we didn't know.
Come on.
I tell you what, I look
Jeez.
good in black.
Cell block C.
Play Liar's
Jimmy
dice out
looks
in front of
good
the
in
camera.
black.
But that's Uncle John's
I'm
flag.
sorry,
You need to get that
I'm
back.
from cell block D.
Speaking of tradition down in Lake Bed, so you guys are Hammertown Heights Estates, Hammertown adjacent. Holy balls!
This is
This
Beverly
is
Hills.
madness. We are 3 miles. We're
It's
3
crazy
miles
up
away
here.
on another lake bed basically by ourselves.
Hammertown
And-
is below us.
No. It's the I mean, if you've
Literally
never been
and
to King of the Hammers, the insanity of Hammertown expands to a level that you can't even comprehend until you stand up on a hill and see it.
Right.
Like, have you guys? I know you've been coming for a while. Are you seeing the expansion? Like, was it bigger than the year before and bigger than the year
Well,
before?
so last year was like a great year because there was
Yeah.
way less people on the lake bed, and it was back in like the inception of this whole thing, like
Way
a
less
couple years after
vendors,
it got
Way
busy.
less everything.
But then we
Core.
rolled in Thursday night, so a week ago now, and we were like, holy crap, this is like Friday before the big race. And that was a week before. And, so then Trophy Truck Weekend rolls up, and we were hearing stories of people taking an hour and a half. The traffic was backed up 15 minutes on the road, on the highway.
A mile
just to get
and
in.
a half on
Yeah.
Highway 247.
So it would take an hour and a half to 2 hours to get from the pavement into Hammertown. That's just stupid insane. And even Dave Cole's going, this is just out of control right now. How many people are on the lake bed? And then it thinned out Monday, Tuesday, and here we are,
Wednesday, Thursday.
What
Thursday.
day is it?
I don't even know. That's what it is.
What is time?
It's the
Iron
dusted
Lung Day. I
day.
mean,
It's Hammer Day.
At this point in time, so you've had the UTV race. As we're recording, the UTV race has occurred and is done. And so tomorrow morning, a lot of these UTV
EMC.
teams will leave.
Yeah.
Some will, not a lot.
Some will, but the ones that
They
that's
gotta-
all they do.
Yeah.
They will leave.
They got to get back to
Some
Palm
will,
Springs to
but
the golf
some
course.
are also racing other races.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. There are people that are doing UTV, EMC, and Levi 4400 Levi Shirley.
There's a car in the middle of the aftershock that's doing all 3 days right now. So
Yeah,
somebody
good.
wants to UTV car.
Oh,
Want to save it? So it's just incredible in all the different aspects. I mean, from getting the literally $1 million T1 trophy trucks, 4-wheel drive trophy trucks to start off the week, to now, you got everything in between. Like tomorrow, the EMC class. This is my
Right.
favorite
Legends class, yeah.
freaking day with all these different. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 Suzuki Samurais racing tomorrow. Amber's
How many
part of that
Nissans
group.
are racing tomorrow?
0.
1, 2, none.
What?
That sounds like a challenge, Case. You better be at the
Bring it on.
Matt, which one of how much do you owe on that from?
They're going to make tech by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
Yeah.
Just
I do. Hey, I can build it.
That's where you sign.
But but this is the
You
cool
don't
thing
want
is like
anything.
this is the gateway drug of people getting into this, taking their rec wheeling to the next level. level.
Exactly.
And it's super cool that there's something like this out here. And then for the fan base to come out and experience all this, and just like, you know, we did today, we volunteered, and anybody could do it. I mean, literally, Ray, my buddy that came up with me, he's like, I want to volunteer. I'm like, all right, let's go sign up. And he was out there all day on the hill. I think he's a little regretful of that now.
Down Choco Thunder.
Yeah.
He started to point at me and Matt about frontiering, and then he was like, anybody could do it.
That's right.
Volunteering.
Anybody should.
Yeah, you guys, like, I didn't realize you could volunteer.
Yeah.
I think that's
he was trying to
that's
avoid
super
that
cool.
because we drive Frontier.
I would love to do that. The only problem is we would sit there and just laugh at people and be like, he fucking rolled over.
But there's
shit, now I got to clean him up.
There's something for everybody. I mean, even if you're driving a Nissan and you could go up and just like do a checkpoint where it's like a paved road, and then you could just put a sticker on their car.
They can get there.
So you don't have to do recovery on Chocolate Thunder.
We have Checkpoint
Just
Dolly.
saying.
We have Checkpoint Cody. Checkpoint,
Could I volunteer to take cell
Checkpoint
phone
Jose,
photos?
you know.
Selfie
Selfies
checkpoint.
on the lake bed.
No, there is. It's just cool how you could be as involved or not, and even just as a spectator. I love newbies. I talked to about a dozen newbies today. That they're all across the United States, and just shaking their head that this is just insane. It's just so cool, insane. That's what's neat about this event.
You know, talking about it like people at work, like, whoa, you're not working, you're taking like 3 days off, you know, what are you doing?
Going to the
like,
desert.
I'm going to King of the Hammers. Like, I think I've heard of that. You know, what is that? Let me explain. It's called Johnson Valley. There's like a lake bed that is completely empty 50 weeks of the year, 48, you know, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, there are like 100,000 people will show up, you know, for this race,
Right.
And I show pictures. And they're like, you know, again, these are people at work that are like, they wear sweaters, and
It's a cardigan guy. He wears
they're like,
Mr. Rogers sweaters.
you know, you call people fancy pants. They wear fancy pants, you know, and I show them pictures of what's happening, and they can't believe it. It seems like crazy to them. And you know, looking at it from that point of view, like, it is crazy. When you, again, I've been here a number of times now, and driving in from our fancy, you know, where we're staying, into this valley of
debauchery.
I don't want to say
we routinely refer to Hammertown as Thunderdome.
I know.
It is
Thunderdome.
It is the beginning.
And
when shit goes down, this is where it starts.
You guys were invited to camp with us here.
I know,
so-
and we came out here Thanksgiving weekend,
Yeah,
and we
looked
came to
at
these
Stonehenge.
coordinates, and we went, oh, fuck no.
No, it's too
This is
close.
so close
Too
to
close.
Hammertown.
But now, when you came in right before dinner was served and stuff. So now, what do you think?
This is amazing.
I was
what
thankful
you guys
for your being able to bring us in safely. That's what I was thinking.
Are you on the left or the right of the teepee there? Oh, we're on the left side.
It's not like there were tasers and shit.
You were in
Get out of there.
the you were in the slums. Get out of there now.
Yeah, we were in a couple
Don't
different
make eye
campsites,
contact.
and I was going to get stabbed. Like, there was 100% chance. I had a dude in an orange vest walk up to my window, and I was like, "Look, man, I'm just trying to find my friends."
How's that not different from Inland Empire?
Oh, it's totally the same, 100%. But in the Inland Empire, I know who's going to stab me. Out here, you don't.
Wow.
Rubidale.
Hey,
Riverdale's coming after you.
You went to Shanktown. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Come on,
But
man.
no, the compound that you guys have created is amazing. It's large.
great.
Your whole
insane.
freaking cafe you got over here with the meal house is amazing. But it's like so in the center of. You were saying that fireworks till 3:00 in the morning. No,
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
out,
yeah.
man. I'm in bed at night. We are already
I'm
recording
good with
past
that.
my bedtime. Like I'm not. I am 3:00 in the morning. Are you shitting me?
You
Do
don't
they
hear
get
it.
permits for that? I want to see their permits.
Yeah, they have permits.
See, that's the thing. I don't drink enough.
You had 2 shots. It's called earplugs. You had 2 shots tonight.
I had 2 shots. Lee made me. Matt got me drunk last night
no,
and did
not
not
me.
take advantage of me,
You loved
and I
it.
feel pretty
You
bad
got that
about it.
going.
Dang you, Matt.
You know what? I feel
You don't want that
nobody
to
feels
happen.
worse
You don't
than
want
me
that to
by
happen.
not taking
Yes.
advantage of them.
I'm really upset.
Clearly, I'm not
I'll be
good
honest
enough.
with you.
Is that incest? One of the
Is that
best.
technically incest or not?
No.
What is this all about?
It's
Oh, my
I don't
God.
think so. It'd be
Lee,
incest
no,
if
it is
he
not.
took advantage
It's
of me,
inbreeding.
my brother. But no, for
Slow-motion
Matt, it's
train
just
wreck.
What podcast
he's
is
my.
this?
That's a separate subcategory on the list.
Okay. All right, Barman.
Searchable term.
Yes.
It's Reddit/r.
It is amateur brother-in-law. This is what it is.
To get
searchable
this
term.
train back on the tracks.
So
Why
we're
are
going to
the
have a
two
lot of
FGA
editing to
guys
do.
It's off the tracks, Chris.
To get
This
this
is
train
the best
back on
tracks
the
you got.
track. So one of the other things that's great about coming out to King of the Hammers is to see the unlimited variety of builds that you're going to. I mean, and I will also say this: if you wonder why you can never find a 14-bolt axle in a junkyard, it's because every fucking 14-bolt axle in the world is here.
Somebody sounds sour.
You don't
about
need
that.
a built rig. There's a fucking Buick out there.
Yes.
It's like a red.
I
it's
had
like
to
a
go around
burgundy
and-
Buick in the salt bed or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. It's right there. He's just hanging out.
With a 14-bolt.
I had to go around a Nissan Versa to get over
You
here.
don't need
We-
a built rig to come out here. You can bring your Buick,
Yes,
whatever.
that dude is like right on the side of the main road. He's like, "F it, I'm gonna go watch some
that
racing,"
jacket working
and all I
out
got's
for
the
you,
Buick.
It's pretty
Absolutely.
Is it a Cutlass?
No, but
you're
that's
on
the thing.
Skylark.
Just to come out here and look at the rigs.
I'll
I
change
mean,
your
it's
batteries.
incredible.
And
All the variety
My
of builds.
batteries.
And to your point, it's
What
everything
you,
from
why
a.
are you talking to the mic right now about batteries in your
What?
freaking?
about?
You are like a veteran. You're the most
He sounds-
veteran podcaster here,
He
and
sounds
you
like-
have the
he's-
worst
well, Casey's
podcast
shit-faced,
etiquette.
so he's
And Casey, I would excuse because he's new to podcasting, but these guys, I mean, this is. I mean, come
Look
on.
at that face.
What's the problem?
They're gear wrench jacket junkies.
Going back to the builds, Chris, it's everything from a stock second gen Tacoma to a $100,000 rig,
yeah.
and you can cruise through here and go, "Oh, I like that, I like that, I like that."
Yeah, you don't want to know what he had to do for that jacket, by the way.
That's right. I was gonna say,
Sure. I mean, and-
Unspeakable
but
things.
again,
Jimmy.
I mean,
is Trail Chasers sponsored?
Not
by
even as
gear
bad
wrench
as
there?
what-
two different conversations
I'm gonna
going
have
on.
to-
But I own a YJ, and to see all the variety of YJs out here, whether they're similar to mine, less built than mine, which I've seen almost bone stock ones, and I've seen ones that are just over the top, like Rich Klein's.
Like
Yeah.
Red that
Yeah.
rolled over on and gave his girlfriend a black eye.
Yeah, but there's only
Yeah.
3
On-
YJs out here,
on
so
shotgun.
you've labeled them all.
There's more Toyotas out here than YJs.
I've seen
That's because people
like,
can
at
only
least
afford
2 or
Toyotas.
3
They
that
don't
are
wanna step
up
on
with
a
my
Ford.
Nissan.
Well, yeah, we don't all have
Ford.
Chris money.
Well, fuck yeah, you don't.
Whoa! Shots fired!
Dude,
The
that was
first
Mike
F-bomb of the
Awkward
podcast.
silence.
speaking.
Awkward
Hold on.
silence.
He said it, stopped speaking into the microphone to take a drink because he knew he had just done something.
That was he
He's
literally.
like, "That's fucking right."
He literally
I'm
dropped
gonna
his
pause
mic.
for effect.
Let's call it a dramatic pause. A dramatic
And
pause.
it was well timed, sir.
All I want to ask
Very
is,
good,
Casey,
very good.
How many trail miles did the Barbie Jeep put on, and how many trail miles did the 4Runner put on
I don't know.
so
Dude.
far?
Forerunners
This
put on
trip?
like 10 miles just today,
Well, the
and
bar-
just in trail, not
You're
getting
talking
out to the
about
trail.
Tyler's 4Runner?
Yeah.
I don't
compared
know.
to- compared to
I don't know.
Barbie.
today
I've
Barbie
been-
Jeep put on
I've been
0.
I've been
Did he do
oh,
Turkey
fuck
Claw?
yeah. I did Turkey Claw, and I
Oh,
drove.
whoa!
Today.
I
I've
did
driven
Turkey
across-
Claw.
Not today, but I drove across the
new,
lake bed.
new obstacle here?
Yeah.
The Overlander did Turkey Claw
Yeah.
I'm just
At
saying,
night.
I did it.
at,
Is
At
this a
night.
competition? Because I want to know how many Nissans are actually racing.
Nissans.
Man.
Where did Matt go? Oh, there you go. Oh, he went to the facilities. Everything come out okay?
At this KOH?
Everything come out okay, Matt?
At this KOH?
I'm sorry.
He-
Was that a question about
Matt-
racing?
Matt was
race-
gone
Matt-
creating.
You want to give it 20
every
minutes.
day. I race
Matt, we
everybody
are
that.
being called out.
To the
We're
toilet.
there. We are under attack.
You are under
No,
attack,
not
and
really.
there's 2 of
Not
you.
really. I will race everybody.
3.
here, and I do race everybody
Oh,
that's in
okay.
here.
Yeah, okay.
Every time I get in my truck and I start it,
Let's do it.
it's race time. Where
Let's
are we
go.
going?
Let's
we're
go.
gonna go find Wheel Away Whiskey, Hammertown. We raced here, and for the most part, I think I do well.
That's the whiskey
I'm not
talking there.
Matt, who won between you and Ultra 4 Jones?
No.
Wow, that's right.
You just opened up a
That
wound.
was a big old 1-ton Ford heavy ass pickup.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
With a racist.
But you know what? Deferment on high.
Matt rescinded his.
I will say this. Of course he's fast. He's Ultra 4 Jones.
He's the best Ultra 4 racer of all time.
His name, sir.
I will say this.
That's his middle name.
I appreciate the fact that we're all questioning who won that. Thank you.
You're in the same. You're in the same conversation. That's like Matt.
Thank you so much.
Matt had a puncher's chance.
It's like saying, who lifted that building better, Matt or Superman?
Hey, did you and who was the guy with the?
Oh boy!
I was
Oh
gonna
boy!
go dark. I was
Oh,
gonna go
boy.
right there.
That's Centauri.
Alien.
Putting in
I'm
work.
gonna have to mute this
I'm gonna
microphone.
reel it back. But you know what?
Yeah, cut off mic 3.
You can try. But you know what? Stop it. He's a pro, but I think I was able to hold my own in that instance. You would have to talk to him. I actually
I'm gonna call him right now.
You know what?
He's gonna be like, "What race?"
I would defer to his comments, but we did that. That's a fun run, and I think the only reason I was able to keep up or run with his rig, I don't think clearly the augmentations he's made since. There's no way I can keep up with him now.
Augmentation.
And the sweat beads coming out of Matt's forehead right now.
Did he have a breast lift?
This is Ford had breast.
That's an LA word. That's a Los Angeles word. Augmentation.
Did you get a labiectomy? I mean, what the?
Whoa!
Going hard in the paint.
Hey, I'm trying to get over that. All right, I just had my labia cut back a little bit, so I'm trying to tighten up. All right, give me a minute. Jesus,
You're looking for the
guys
words
are rough.
modifications.
You guys are really rough.
Hey, welcome to Hammertown's Heights Estates.
It's all It's all
And
personal
you know how
preference.
sandy it is around.
I don't think Kevin would appreciate. talking
Churros
about
all
his
around, you
labia.
know.
But anyhow,
Though truly
Someone got
a
we
scam.
their
had a
labia?
great time with Kevin.
That's
Oh yeah.
That's not true. There's
He's a fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah, there's a
and,
Truly in here
whatever.
somewhere.
so.
Ultra 4 Jones is like that guy that just goes to every single podcast.
Podcast whore.
Is it-
Whoa! Tyler just said
Kevin,
podcast
Kevin.
whore.
I have him lined up.
Dude, we love hanging out with you.
He's awesome.
I will say it. He is. He absolutely is.
Yeah,
He's
but-
been on your guys' podcast, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
He was our number
He's
one.
been on your
he was our
guys'
first.
podcast,
He was your first,
Trail
right?
Chaser.
He was our first.
He got your V card.
He hasn't been on ours.
And then Trail Chasers snatched him up.
Yeah, I know, but I think we treat him the worst because on that Mojave Trail, it was
we
like
talk
the
shit
worst
to him.
trail. It was horrible. Well, I kind of felt bad for him. It was like
He had a
we
good
didn't-
time, I think.
Yeah, they had a good time.
They had a good time.
Everybody
trying
had a good time.
There was
Is
there
that how
was a
your
couple
wife feels?
creepy moments where Casey and I were fighting over who got to
Take him to prom.
take him to prom. But yeah, I think they had a good time.
Which ultimately, apparently, there was no prom.
It's an overland thing, Chris.
Look,
Those aren't pillows.
Those aren't pillows.
I felt bad for him because with our final campsite, which is like at Razor Road or whatever, and he's like he and his wife are like scurrying underneath like a bush, like one of the few things you could find for shade, and it was like. I remember like the week prior, like, Cody, don't you think we should like bring the easy up so we can provide some kind of shade or whatever for people? Because why bother or whatever? And then it was like literally we were all scurrying.
120
Like,
degrees.
you know how it is out here in the desert, like Joshua bushes or whatever. He's like,
Joshua bushes.
are they Joshua bushes?
What
No.
are trees? What is
Joshua trees, and creosote bushes.
It was so bad they were bushes, and he was like melted. He was trying
Joshua
to scurry
trees
down.
are
Wait. Are we back to the bushel of cement?
It was 227 degrees when we got to that fucking campsite, man.
Yeah, it was horrible.
There's
Back
an
in
awning on my rig.
1973.
The most, I think.
So-
and I
That was a
apologize.
good year, by the way.
40 years old.
Did you walk to school uphill both ways in the snow?
So, how far are we into this podcast, Chris?
10 minutes.
Is that what we're going to call this?
10 minutes.
It's
too,
all
too
redacted
far.
at this
40
point.
minutes. Well, about
I am
about
8 inches
35
deep.
minutes.
Okay. So I think what we should talk about is why we all got into podcasting. Let's start with Snail Trail because I think they're the most elder podcasters in this room. Is that correct?
Snail
You
Trail
guys the
boys,
oldest?
They're dying to talk. I know they.
I
are.
know. They go.
When did you guys start?
No, you got. I think Trail Chases is actually first.
Really?
I think our actual first podcast came out in May of 2017, but
No,
we
not 17.
released. No, sorry, not
Does that
17.
count?
Nine-
Sierra
19,
Trek?
20,
19.
20.
High Sierra?
19.
Yeah, I'm
No,
talking
we
about
were
High Sierra.
Tyler was on High Sierra 4x4 in.
I was on for their 300th episode talking about ham radio.
They did
Yeah.
300?
They have like 340 or 350. Yeah.
No, and they're
What
still
year?
ranking, and they haven't made an episode in 2 years.
Chartable
Yeah, it's
sucks.
insane.
Those stupid monkeys.
Hey.
Silly monkeys.
Number 22.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying it sucks.
That's why it sucks.
Clearly, there's no good judgment. You're drinking Choya, and you're talking about Toyotas. Okay, go
Everybody
on.
else in this camper has drinking Choya, I believe.
I have had
I
a
got
little bit. There's a lot of
Choya
plums
Light.
here to drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, yeah, go ahead.
What are we going? I mean,
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
what are we doing here? What is that?
Why did you
Time
get
out.
into
Why are
podcasts?
we all
Why'd you get into
recall
podcasting?
The
Touching our
first
tips.
episode at least around the date that you were on High Sierra 4x4.
I feel like this
No.
is like a married couple, like our
I
first
don't.
kiss.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you go ahead and talk.
It's like a newlywed game.
Yeah,
When you make whoopee,
yeah. When you made
you
it,
record it on the microphone.
that'd be the butt, Bob.
Because our first episode was
It was in May, early May, May 2nd, May 1st. I don't know,
Oh,
whatever
wow,
it
you
was
know the
of
date.
2019, I
Yes.
believe.
and you guys were before that.
Our first the first 24 episodes were 2016.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! They
See,
had
they got the
podcasting
older
back
ones.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
But they did about a year.
I was guest hosting. I started off doing segments in 2015 for the Jeep Talk Show, and then I
Bro, it's
became.
not your turn.
And then I did a. Well, he was asking.
Jeep?
And then I did some guest hosting, and then I did 24 episodes on my own in 2016, and they sucked. So I stopped for about a year until I convinced Matt to show up in July of 2018.
They still suck, by the way.
100%. And then what happened? And then they sucked about the same amount. Just with, again, as I went to my earlier comment, I
Was it
split
two
the
people,
suck
so
up to
double the
4.
suck?
Now I'm
Yeah.
not solely responsible for the suck.
You defer the suckiness.
Yeah. I'm only one
and
quarter
I was willing
suck.
to do it, guys. I was willing to take that.
The
suckiness.
natives are getting restless.
So get back to Snail Trail since you guys started. Like go back to when you guys started. and
Jimmy's
why.
looking it up.
Yeah, he's
He is 19.
pulling up data.
calling me right now.
Oh,
He's swiping. Swipe right, bro.
swipe right, swipe right,
bro.
I did that. That's how I met her.
Oh boy, he dropped his phone. So who's next? I guess it's you and I, huh?
Well, no, wait. Trail
they
Chase
didn't really
is actually
finish.
the oldest. Cody had been it longest. Go ahead.
Good guys.
The guy in the corner.
I actually just came to the realization 2 nights ago why we got into podcasting.
Okay.
We got to sit down and talk
Yeah,
with Max Powell and Nate from Dirt Lifestyle, and going through a bunch of their stories and talking with them about why they do YouTube and why they got into what they do. And we kind of came to the realization that everybody in the room at the time loves learning new stuff and sharing it with other people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of 2 nights ago, after 216 something episodes.
Yeah, 4 episodes a week.
I finally came to the realization of why I enjoy podcasting personally. So,
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Jeep and Jimmy, why do you
Jeep
enjoy
and
podcasting?
Jimmy, what do you got? do you got, Jeep and Jimmy?
I think Jimmy and I just did a stranger were
Don't give me silence.
I felt very uncomfortable.
There was no
hesitation.
hesitation.
Yeah, there was no. I didn't want to breathe. I didn't want to say anything. But
Either one, I'm okay with.
He was into it.
Silence.
silence.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the question?
So why did you get into podcasting?
I got in. So it's gonna sound very bland, but I got into podcasting as the fact that
He wanted to
it
meet
was
chicks.
a good way to promote what the hell was going on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And then it quickly took over of the YouTube channel because it wasn't doing as well as the podcasting was. And now here I am talking into a mic and enjoying it much more.
Yeah. I like what Tyler said.
We all do. It's okay.
Oh,
Wow. Sorry, we all listen.
Wow, it's like E.F. Hutton.
Mute. You know, I'm editing.
Mute. Microphone 2 off.
Microphone 72 mute.
Yeah. Mike 7 didn't pick up shit.
No, but it's true. It's a passion for what we do, and I'm going to jump in here because Chris and I were sitting around the campfire at Barrett Lake, which is one of the most beautiful spots in California.
Yep.
Have a Peter heater or no?
No Peter heater.
No Peter heater.
This is
Bare essentials. You guys.
This is like no landslide, no
tank
nothing.
warmer.
We are like tents.
tent and a
and
sleeping
camping
bag.
in one of the most beautiful parts in Northern California. And if you haven't been there, go there. If you have a Nissan, don't go there. You're going to get stuck like 2 miles out.
Whoa.
But just
You
saying.
don't have to go to Northern California for a Peter heater. I'll tell you that much.
Can I just
Or to
say
get stuck.
that I absolutely love the fact that it's no longer Jeep?
Well, I know. I'm not beating on
Everybody
Toyotas.
but Nissan.
It's like 100% against
It's so fun.
Nissan.
Hey, you know when somebody's
for that
threatened
anti-Nissan that
is
just
when
makes us
they
all of a
directly
sudden we're
go after you.
again. It's like we're relevant.
We're relevant
Yes.
again. Just like we're relevant again.
It's the blunt of the tip.
Just a
Trident,
tip,
bro.
Just a tip.
Tip of the spear, and you got the trident.
Blunt of the tip. Blunt
I
of the
said
tip.
you were the blunt.
So we were sitting
What?
around the campfire
with Tyler.
with Tyler at Barrett Lake. We got into this beautiful trail sitting there, and I go, Tyler, tell me about podcasting. And he's like, whatever. And I look over at Chris, and we're all
Drunk.
inebriated.
Yes, we were
Normal.
inebriated.
And I go,
super unlikely.
I go, Chris, we could totally do that. And he's like, hell yeah, we can. And then,
No. That's
oh, how
you
did it
guys
go?
Totally,
Oh, wait. Now here's Tyler drinking White Claw
Here becomes
story.
the voice of reason.
We're hanging out over at Barrett Lake, and somebody brings up, hey, what's podcasting about?
That was
And I'm
me.
just like, whatever. You tell stories on a microphone, hit the record button, whatever you're up to, kind of
What
thing.
radio station are we on?
And you two
WKRP.
immediately started
Seattle.
bickering like an old married couple, and I was like, oh my god, you guys have to do a podcast.
Well, we have known each other for 30 years.
Exactly, right? And that's kind of the cool thing
it's
about
like a
it.
marriage
Wait,
without sex, Chris.
It's called Golden Girls.
That's where the back door comes in, Jason.
Thank goddamn God.
Is there another couple
R.I.P.,
in this
Betty
room
White.
that has known each other for more than 30 years?
I haven't even known my wife for 30 years.
Well, it's
Yeah,
bullshit.
Johnny
You
and I.
guys, all right, you guys are brother and
My brother,
sister.
yeah.
Your brother.
Your brother and sister. Oh, wait a minute. It is 2022.
I demand you clarify, sir.
Holy shit, them's fighting words.
Isn't Casey a woman's name?
Johnny, you don't count. Is there anybody else in this room besides the brother and sister couple?
Brother
That
and
is-
sister couple. That sounds even worse.
That doesn't even sound right. That's not even right.
Again, that's a searchable
Somebody
term.
more than
Stop
30
drinking Coors Light, Jimmy.
No.
You're cut off.
How
What the hell is Jimmy?
How long?
How long have you been sleeping with my sister?
Whoa.
Oh, the dog's all
Is
fired
Timmy in
up.
the wheel? Well,
2009?
Yeah, Cody and I have been,
Well,
you know,
just got it.
brothers.
What's going on?
it was the last thing. Yeah.
Hey, what's
Leave the mic here, please.
What's happening right now?
We're playing musical chairs. Calm down.
Aliens?
Continue.
So you and I have known each other since 2009.
Oh no, prior to that, 07.
7. So that
So 15 years. Yeah. So
that's a good long time.
Right. Well, as far as but I'm old and crusty, and in my life experience, I know people more. I've known a number of people longer than I've known you, but I still interact with you on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So 15 years being fair.
It's like dog years.
But the camaraderie is
what
the
I'm
key
saying?
here, I think, is what we're hammering on, is you got to have that camaraderie between your host, co-host, and you guys.
Yeah.
You got 4
Well,
co-hosts.
I
or
would
something.
say
and that's
with,
the thing.
Solo.
with Cody.
Yeah, and then you got Lee Lim that's all by himself. He fights with himself.
Yeah.
But going
Argues
back to
with
that, so
himself.
the
Yeah.
first
He does have split
2016 when I
personalities.
started, I did the first 24 episodes, and I had great interviews with great people, but there was something missing. It just wasn't as fun as I was imagining it.
Uh-oh.
And
then what happened?
And then I convinced Matt to join, and it was now, to your point, that camaraderie, having the ability to bounce ideas off of someone and have a
Exactly.
good time.
It wasn't just that. It was Cody's like the Conan O'Brien, and I'm like the Andy Richter. That's the way I look at it.
Who am
I
I?
just come in.
Yeah, and then
Shut up, Jose. I'll let you know who you are.
I'll let you
what's
know
the
who
dude
you
that plays
are.
the drums on the Jimmy Fallon show? You're that guy.
Yeah, you're the guy that plays
You're
the
Questlove.
trombone.
He's Questlove.
No.
He's Questlove.
He's the Land
He's a
Cruiser, which is
tromboner.
the anchor of your podcast.
Yeah. So, and then, we were good for a while, and then we met Jose, and he just kind of fell in, and it worked. But if going back, if I was trying to do it by myself again,
Right.
I wouldn't have as much fun.
Well, and that's part of it. And so Chris and I were like, we're going to do this until it's not fun.
Right.
We knew we weren't going to get rich off it or anything, and we're not.
Shit. No,
No.
but
But
I would. I'm going to ask all of us.
Well,
Okay.
all the people
Rich
here.
is kind of subjective.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I was
what
just
is
going to say,
rich?
how many
rich with
Chris,
experience?
How
I
many
like- I like
experiences?
how-
Exactly. How
Because
many
this experience right now.
experiences?
How much does it cost to be on your podcast?
How much
It's up-
money
It's up
do
to
you
$3,000 right now,
Nice.
Jimmy.
Every one of you
And
is
this
being
is the
billed.
question because we
So
just
we got an invoice coming out to all you right now.
Cool.
Wipe my ass
Cool.
with that.
Go ahead and send that to somebody that
All
cares.
y'all are getting
we
billed.
just had this happen on our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
I heard that.
You're
but we're
pregnant?
gonna wait. We're gonna get to that in a second.
But
We
so
are?
going back to
All right, I'm ready.
the rich
Yeah.
piece,
Yeah.
I would say that we have had the opportunity to meet people, do things. We got to drive race trucks on an off-road
Yeah.
racetrack.
Jeremy McGrath.
Jeremy- I mean-
got to interview Jeremy
Yeah,
McGrath.
we've
I
had
know.
the opportunity.
You're my
to,
new favorite person.
Right?
What-
I mean, that's
what-
stupid.
How
I
else do
make
you
fun
get those
of him.
opportunities?
And then
No,
he
I
cracked
agree.
That's
I mean,
exactly
there are
it.
things that are happening that we have absolutely no business doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's just like we just interviewed Shannon Campbell, and it's like we had
Dude,
no
you
business
guys
being
killed
in his
that. That
pit.
was awesome.
we
in
had
his
no
pit
business.
there.
But when I get in the zone,
Do it.
I'm just gonna go. I was laser beamed into his camp.
Was he just motorboating?
Yeah.
He was. He just motorboated.
You motorboated Shannon Campbell?
Yeah. There are other people in that camp that are more worthy of motorboating.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
But the opportunities and the people, and the
You're
community
right.
and the friendships and to me, I didn't realize that was going to be part of it when I started it, and now it's the best part of
Well,
You're-
if I can
Go ahead. Go.
interject.
Just interject.
Good job, Jimmy.
Nissan coming in. Here we go.
Not so hot.
Why? Oh, I mean, I'll take that. Thank you for. We'll talk Nissan all day, all night. I am the tip of that spear. But when
We want to play a game called Just a Tip.
you know what? It's the tip that starts it, and the next thing you know, you're pregnant. So
Blunt of the spear.
let's just keep talking Nissan. But when Cody and a half.
Angry Inch.
When Cody had me come on, and it was like, why don't you? Because I had asked him, like, he had stopped for a while. You had Presley. He had his daughter.
I had
or
a daughter
whatever,
and
that-
had surgery, had a Achilles repaired. and I
Yeah,
just
he's always,
didn't have-
he's always having
Yeah,
surgery.
first of many.
That's
His fourth
nothing to do.
Achilles repair.
It's a lower
Anybody
leg
listen to our
syndrome.
podcast knows there's
Yeah,
nothing to
he's
do.
The robotic
the $1
man.
million man.
Yeah. $1 million man.
You know, when I had first come on and things were kind of spooling up a little bit, things were
Came on
we
what?
were getting kind of some popularity. It was like, well, what is the goal? What would be like really awesome for the show, or what would we do this for? And it was like, well, what if we just got like media credential to like the Off-Road Expo, you know? Wow, that would be amazing.
Right.
That'd be truly amazing.
Right.
Dude, that happened like really quick. It was shit. Like the first
We could
the
do
next
it.
one.
Where'd
like
Jimmy
the
go?
next one. Like, okay, cool. Well, what if we got sponsored or we actually got like somebody that would, you know, kick us down or whatever. And the next thing you know, Nexon is kicking us down.
Boom.
No, you guys are the
Pal.
sponsor kings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You gotta talk
You
to
guys
this
are-
man right here.
This is fucking awesome. Sponsor all.
Cody-
you guys
Cody
are
is the,
sponsor.
he's
you guys are
a
awesome.
professional.
Maybe it's just Cody.
It's all Cody, by the way.
Oh, Cody.
So let's go,
Give him
Lee.
credit,
Lee,
right?
jump in
100%.
there.
What? Huh?
Jump in. You started you're fairly new to this regime here.
Yeah, you saw the pain and misery we've all had, and you went, I want some of that.
No. Yeah.
How many episodes do you have now?
And you're solo.
13?
13, 15, yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Under 15. Yeah. 13. Just me. It was just.
That's just the right age.
And you've interviewed some,
Please edit that. Somebody edit that. Please.
Hold on.
That is Matt at trailchasers.net.
there we go. Give it the yeah.
15. I'll get to 20.
Chris, I feel so
bucks,
sorry
20
for
bucks.
you editing this episode.
That's what they say.
All you're going
Why
to hear
are
is
the
Jason's and my
FJ80 guys
voice.
laughing?
So anyway, Lee.
Okay,
Leland.
Lee, go. Lee, it's your floor. Take it. Run with it.
No, I
Anyway,
just started
okay.
podcasting, watching you know, legends.
What?
I don't know about that.
Wow.
That was a sincere giggle.
Can I say it real quick?
Twilight Zone.
So Jose tells me we interviewed Lee on our show, and then Jose's like, yeah, he asked me to come on the show and do an interview, and I went, oh, that's cool. I started this in 2016. No one's asked me to be on a fucking show. You've been here for how long? This is some bullshit.
Get a Land Cruiser.
Jason's like, dude, we've been podcasting since, whatever. And then Lee started his, and then a week later, they were on our show.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. I came out in a bang. Got some legends, Land Cruiser legends on the show, and it was
It's just Jose.
You Peking duck too soon.
legends. You know,
where's your little box of stuff?
huh?
Oh, you had
What?
that-
What
yeah,
box?
that
Why you gotta say it that way?
200th episode.
Yeah.
What was that?
Chris, you gotta go under the table for that one.
Did he say little box of stuff?
Yeah.
Remember
No,
when we did
remember
our
at
100th?
our 100th episode, he had a little magic box he
He
opened
kept
up,
opening. I was
like a
waiting for
cigar
a bunny
box?
rabbit to jump out or whatever.
Oh, no. So all my podcast fits in a small box because I have
dick in a
podcast
box?
for it. Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? We're all
I'm glad Matt finally caught up with the program here.
I know. Thank you. I was just trying to square myself up. I get confused a lot, and sometimes my mind drifts. But yeah,
No,
right,
but you're
dick in a
doing
box.
it. You're doing it minimally. You don't have like all this gear that the rest of us all seem to have. You've got your freaking Ecto bag, and
Yeah.
and of course we're using the Zoomy Zoom tonight. Because
Yeah, but this is the most Zoom. I am surprised the batteries are holding up for
Well,
this
it's-
thing. I've
I'm
never
surprised the
seen that
Zoom
many
isn't freaking
lights
out
on
so
the
we have,
board
we
here.
have literally 7 microphones working right now on the Zoom. It's a 6-input
And we
Zoom.
got a winch controller.
And we got a winch controller. I originally had the Roadcaster set up in there, but that's going to only do 5 mics if we use the
What
wireless.
if all the campers and shit around us everything's all fucked up? Like anything that's like electronically controlled, everything's just all
Right.
Fucking what's happening? But
the streams.
I don't know.
Across
I don't know
the
how things
streams.
work.
Combine
guys.
the streams.
That's what I'm saying.
But I just know that, like, when we recorded was that the 100th episode where we connected the boxes, the old mixing board?
Connected boxes.
Oh,
We put our boxes
touched the
together.
black
Scissored?
box.
We put our
No, we
boxes
docked.
together.
But
for
I
sure.
mean, I the point I'm trying to make is this.
We are all 12 years old, and I love
What's
it.
happening tonight is a very rare event, and I figured out how to make as many microphones happen.
Good job, Chris.
As
Kudos to
possible.
you.
So
Good luck
I'm gonna give
editing
myself
this
a pat-
shit.
pat
I don't know.
back.
I don't know.
You're
We
gonna
had
be
it.
editing
We had
this
it.
for 3 weeks.
No editing, dude. Raw.
We had-
This is all raw.
Raw?
There's still
Raw dog
still
it?
We
more
had
stuff.
we had an idea to get 5 more microphones on here, but
Yeah.
somebody told us no.
want
So
some balls?
Dude, we'd be tripping over microphone cables.
I'm already tripping over cables over
Jesus.
here.
We could have solved
Okay,
this
so-
problem,
Take
but
one.
you guys
Get
told
this
us
under
no.
control.
I'm
man.
trying. So we talked about every podcast, how you got started or why. So now we're at KOH, and we talked about that.
I got started for the chicks.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
Nice.
And
It's 100%
It's not working out.
about the
hey, I
business.
do want to ask one question of each podcast. So
Today I got Jimmy, so that should tell you guys. There you go.
There's 0 chicks in this fucking trailer, by the way.
really good booby.
So this is we do audio podcasts, so everybody hears our voices, right?
This-
One bitch.
Nobody
One
definitely
sausage
started
fest.
because of
Called
the
the one
chick.
bitch.
Have you ever been walking someplace and had somebody stop you and say, "Hey, are you Wheeling Wine and Whiskey? I recognize your voice."
No,
No,
because
always
it's
stop
happened
and
to Matt
say,
like 5
hey, are you
times.
Snail Trail 4x4 though.
Matt has a unique voice.
Yes, he does.
I actually have. It's happened a number of times.
Matt,
I don't.
Are you
I don't
Chris
know
from?
why. I honestly don't
Wait.
know why, but it has.
Serious
it has
question,
It's
happened.
that
Matt.
exact.
Serious question,
It's that
Matt.
exact thing right there. It's the
'Cause I don't know why,
It's
yeah.
the fluctuation
Well, you want
of
to buy a
what
vowel?
you do when you say "I don't know why," or that like "I don't know why." I don't know how you do it.
You can do it again. Try it again.
I don't know why.
Okay, hold on.
You can do it.
Next April, each one of us has to be a different character from one of the other podcasts.
Oh, that would be so good.
So Jimmy has to do an
That'd be
entire
so
show
good.
as Matt.
That would be so good.
I'm gonna be.
We should cross-pollinate.
I'll take Matt.
That's crossing the stream, so we can't do
where we
that.
go?
We're doing that now, though.
Totally dead.
I don't know why.
Oh my god!
He's getting better.
Yo, Adrian.
When did Matt become Italian all of a sudden?
Volta's not Italian?
Yeah, Matt's vulva, by the way.
Volta? I don't know why.
I want to know. That's awesome. They recognize your voice, Matt, but I want to know how many titties you signed.
All of them. I signed all the titties. Like, if you bring me the titties, guys, chicks, dogs, cats. I don't give a shit.
He's
Sign them titties.
He signed as many titties
Oh Lord, help us.
I just saw what I can't unsee.
I want to unsee
Snail
that.
Trail. You saw Snail Trail.
Hey, you better tattoo that shit
Hey.
once I do it.
This is getting Instagram Live,
I've
right?
been on this desert for 8 days.
I want to
Have you
unsee
guys ever
that.
Does?
read National
I
Geographic
cannot
magazine?
unsee that.
So that excited you? Is that what you're saying?
No,
After
no.
8 days, that excites you.
With
No.
that, I'm going to
No.
take a shot.
Oh,
Cheers,
Centauri.
guys.
Here we go. Cilantro.
Who's driving my
Can I
truck
take a
home?
shot
I
to
don't
my
know.
eyeballs?
And where do I live?
Oh, Jesus.
So has that happened to anybody else? Holy shit.
We've lost
I don't know
control.
why I got to drive the truck home.
So anybody else? 'Cause it happened to Jason and I outside the media tent the other day.
Oh, really?
We were standing there
Escondildo.
watching qualifying or what were we watching? Or whatever it
Escondildo?
was. And this guy, hey, are you Jason and Chris of Wheeling Wine Whiskey? And we're like, he's like, I recognize your voices. We're like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we
awesome.
are. And I'm like,
So
"Man."
that's why you guys do the podcast for the celebrity of it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We do it
Okay.
to correct a lot of misinformation from other podcasts.
That's
We are keeping you in business. We keep you guys in business.
Our business keeps you in
And we
business.
would like to thank
Our
you for
business
doing that
keeps you
for
in
us.
business.
Cheers to you, people. Questions
Hey,
come up on our
cheers,
show, and we
because
were
of
like,
you, we
"Fuck, I
get
don't
to
know."
keep putting out misinformation.
Maybe it's a flux capacitor that's not fluxing correctly.
no, it's definitely
I have
the
no
flux
technical
capacitor.
knowledge at all.
You can't have real news without fake news. That's the way we look at it.
You don't come to our show for technical knowledge.
Fuck no, you don't.
Jesus Christ, don't! I'm telling
Yes.
you, don't.
Hey,
please don't
It
download
comes
our
down to
for any
entertainment
kind of
value,
knowledge.
and this is what's freaking insane right now. I'm just listening to all this camaraderie and everything in this guy, right? And we literally have spent the four podcasts. I don't know, an hour together max, like whatever, and then we could. Well, no, but
No, prior. I mean,
Hey,
each-
it was-
well,
we
okay, I was
passed
out
tonight.
recovering
It's
Nissan
pasta night, Jose.
Frontiers out there.
We've all-
it took a while.
0 Nissans out
we've all
there.
interacted with each
There's a
other
couple
in different
Nissans out
ways.
there.
you know?
Let's just
And
make
it
that
comes
clear.
full circle what you were saying earlier, Cody. It's like, we did this podcast thing, and the people that we met, the interviews, the whatever experiences that you never would have done if you were just an individual person getting into four-wheeling or whatever, right? So it's like we would never have this right now being all here at Hammertown Estates Heights.
Well, I'll tell you, I met
Recording.
Steve Garvey and a number of
Steve
Dodger
Garvey?
greats without
What?
Steve who?
whatever.
Padres, San Diego. Steve Garvey.
know who he is.
Steve Garvey
Played with the
New
Goose.
York Yankees.
He wasn't.
So I
did he have a
didn't-
podcast?
Goose
I didn't need the
Gostridge.
podcast.
Did he
to
have
do
a
that stuff.
podcast?
I did that
His
shit on my own.
son played.
Yeah, but
There
you
were
had to
other
pay.
great things.
You had
Who
to pay
cares?
money to go meet him. That doesn't count. It's not anybody can pay money to go to a camp.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to bring that part about it up, but whatever. Yeah,
But
okay,
the
did.
bottom line is the camaraderie and our passion for four wheeling, whatever you're wheeling.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to
Not
say
a
it anymore.
Nissan.
I'm
Go ahead.
done.
No,
I'm
it just
done with
makes
my
it,
Nissan
makes
digs.
it makes it feels good.
It's been kind of fun.
Chris,
not bagging on Toyotas
Jason,
tonight.
please say Toyotas.
You want to say Toyota?
Just
I
say
want you
Toyota.
to say
Toyotas
Toyota.
suck.
What?
Hello, this is Shirley and Toyotas suck. Just like a Toyota banging off its rev limiter at 3 a.m. at KOH.
Shirley's here. Holy crap.
Hey,
What's a rev limiter?
What's a rev limiter? Hey, we're gonna take you. We're gonna take you to backdoor right now.
I was there
Right
all
now,
day.
you're gonna go to backdoor. You'll know what a rev limiter
Oh,
is.
he
Hey,
would
hey,
love
you
to
better
go to your
give me
backyard.
more
He
shots.
likes going to
And you
backyard.
I mean, I'm not
We're
against
gonna.
it.
You
here we
think
go.
this is
I'm
Teardown?
I'm not against it.
Tomorrow night, Thursday night, backdoor.
That's
Tonight.
tonight.
Tonight,
Oh
Jason.
shit, we need to go right now.
Let's
boy.
go.
What
Hey,
time
Close
is
it up.
Hey,
Oh,
let's
it's
go.
10 o'clock.
Let's go.
It's game on Donkey Kong
Let's
right
go
now.
right
There are
now.
dildos
On backdoor,
everywhere.
and there are
Can I do a game on Galactica?
Donkey
okay,
Kong.
whatever,
Gattaca.
whatever you're into.
What's the one with the?
But
Let's
it's,
go right now. Let's go.
let's go because it is a shit show on high. You
Hold on.
question
There,
humanity.
We've been there. It's a disaster.
How are you still here? You guys would have imploded if you're
Did you bring
freaking
your-
out about
did you bring your
Hammertown.
dildo?
I had to keep them out of there.
You need to
Yeah.
have dildos.
No,
left them back
I
at camp,
love
though.
Chocolate Thunder at night.
Lee was
They
there.
all have dildos already.
no,
does.
whoa.
He does love chocolate thunder at night. I
Hey,
can verify that.
day, night, morning.
You love backdoor.
I love it.
Wow.
I
What
love
about
it.
Chocolate Thunder after backdoor?
Wow.
without
Can we
backdoor.
discuss that?
That's not
true.
The only thing I like more than Chocolate Thunder is hot dogs at Backdoor.
All right, my drop.
We're done.
That's it. Let's just cut it off.
Podcast over.
Cody's got his hand up. What do you
He's
got?
got his hand up. Here we go.
Yeah, I was just gonna play the last thing off of what Jason was saying about the camaraderie and everything. The one thing that we've said a bunch of times is
God, dude.
Okay.
It was like the.
Hey,
Hold on, one
hey.
sec.
The one
I
conversation.
snapped. I know, sorry.
Oh,
He snapped his finger. He's
like throwing a chunk
neck
off.
roll.
The one, the one thing, the one thing that
We shouldn't
He's
probably
on-
do this
he's on his
drinking.
pedestal right now.
I
guys.
know.
Yeah, get off
Yeah,
the fucking
hey,
my
pedestal.
pedestal.
Jesus,
You're mad.
Well,
Hey,
he's
big dog,
he's
come off your
shit-faced, and I know
pedestal.
what
Turn
I
off
know it works
everybody's
when he's
mic but
shit-faced.
Cody's right now.
It's a shiny object. It's a flash. The one thing that we've said a bunch of times, and I think it rings true, is that there's enough room for everybody. We all want
In the back
everybody
door?
to be successful. We want everybody to have a good time.
Everybody in
There's-
back door.
There's
let's
enough
go
yes.
right now.
There's enough hours in the day to listen to all
Hard
the
and
shows.
fast.
I
No, you're
agree.
right.
I
Everybody
agree.
have a good
No,
100%.
it's great. And
Just a good pounding at like solid backdoor.
Shit, dude, you're too on the nose, bro. You gotta.
All right, we need to cut Jimmy off.
Jose's over here coaching. That's not how euphemism works,
Hey, bro,
sir.
you gotta.
That's a wee bit aggressive.
Snail. That's the you just took a snail trail. That's the KY of podcast.
KY podcast.
Wow.
How is it? Oh my God.
That's a little aggressive right there.
It was already. You guys were already drunk when we sat down, and they've been continuing to drink.
Chris, can I get the +1 Mario button, please?
Oh,
Sounds like there's
You
a Chocolate
can't.
Thunder run in some people's future.
There is. In some people's
no,
future.
I'm going to backdoor.
I'm going to camp. I'm going to bed.
No.
hey,
no,
everybody!
let's go.
Thank you
Let's
so
do it.
much for coming
Oh,
out
look,
tonight.
Chris. Wrap it. Wrap it. spoken. Here it is. We're shutting it down.
I'm not shutting it down, but I just
the light is flashing on the front porch. Get the fucking
project manager's on site, guys.
Jason was the guy that made it all happen. He got everybody together.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I tried. You know how many times they didn't respond back?
Who? Can we talk about
a bunch of
SEMA real
owls.
quick?
What? Yeah, you want to talk about SEMA?
Who?
Yeah, wait.
Hold on.
Can I talk about how much I've looked for trail chasers at SEMA?
Can we please? Are we not going to talk about this?
Bring that up.
Everywhere.
I was all over the place.
We literally
for you guys.
ran around every hall trying to find you guys.
And I heard you were down in this homeless encampment by a creek. I looked down there.
Frontier.
You know what I realized?
I looked at
SEMA?
Frontier.
I'm not surprised.
This is legit. SEMA's
That's a big place.
They moved the
It's a big
off-road
place. It was like,
hall. It's
hall,
if you went to the
We've probably
South
been
Hall,
right
it's not
by
there
each other.
anymore.
It's like when you go to
Yeah,
back
it just
door.
sounds.
It's just too big of a place
It's like
to
you
find
guys were in the
Yeah,
West
I
Hall.
know.
We were in the East Hall, and then you guys went to the South Hall.
There
We
is
were in the
no East
North.
Hall.
You
There's a
find
center.
friends
it's a
that
bunch
you
of fucking
don't know that
bullshit.
you're gonna have.
That's all.
Sometimes you come up empty.
That was funny. We were.
No, I want to go
Each
to. I
other.
definitely want to go to SEMA for real this coming fall.
For real?
Oh yeah.
For real?
I think it'd be-
For real.
it'd be a
Do
hoot.
it. Let's
reals.
all get together there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you
And
think
we'll bring
trail
more
chasers will
microphones?
be there, or do they?
How
just
about?
gonna
I
stay
think we
home?
should all get together on Fordyce.
The Meadow Lake.
Yeah, we should do a Fordyce run.
We need a.
mean, I gotta
there's
go
not a generator
past the
big
river
enough to run all
crossing?
those microphones.
Got it.
Sure, there is. I got a lot of batteries.
You got a lot of. Oh, really? For your dildos?
Dildos don't need batteries. Only vibrators do, sir. I'm just saying.
I stand corrected.
He just Triple H your ass.
Oh,
Quit touching his button, man. We're touching his button, man.
There you go.
He keeps touching his nipple.
Now you guys are.
I want. Wait.
whoa.
We need to stop this.
Jimmy's
How
all
did
over the
Casey
nipple.
get a
He's
gear
fucking
wrench
Casey's
heated
nip.
jacket?
We already talked about this. They
Yeah,
Who the hell
they
is Casey?
traded.
You
No.
traded?
No.
I don't know. Oh,
what's-
okay.
Oh,
You look very
styling.
svelte.
I thought for a second that he was going to take his pants off or something, man.
Wow.
They just sit back down. I feel
Wow.
intimidated.
Hold on.
There's a lot of dick in Matt's face.
Do I have to tip for this?
Dude, what is that on your head?
All right. I think we should do a final thoughts like snail trail because this is going off the rails.
It is already off the rails.
Oh, so it's
Or is
okay
there
for- it's
anything?
okay for
Is
you
there
to shut it
anything
down,
else
but
you
it's
guys
not okay
wanted
for
to
me to
cover
shut it
that we
down?
didn't cover?
Uh,
Oh Jesus!
Yes.
Now
Oh,
you guys
boy.
are docking right now.
Jeep, Nissan, Toyota.
What about it?
Can't we all get
You
along?
put it in the right order.
What-
Jeep, Nissan, Toyota.
No.
Jeep
no.
for what? Nissan
No.
for what? Toyota for what?
Can't
What's
we all
that
get
mean?
along?
No.
Jeep won a fucking war. Done. End of story. Mic drop.
Jim,
I
Jimmy,
do.
Can you just finish putting your pants?
Because it's above you all. It's Lexus is above.
I'm very
Hey.
uncomfortable right now.
Hey, can we talk shit about Jose since he's gone now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Jose? Is he in there dropping a deuce right now?
He's going to the Chocolate Thunder.
He's going
definitely
chocolate
taking a
thunder.
shit in your
He's
trailer.
going Yellow Thunder.
Is that the second time he's gone to the bathroom since we?
He's been eating those Mountain House.
I only pay
He's
for good
taking a
ones.
brick shit in your trailer right now for sure.
Not mine.
All good.
So how are we closing this out?
I don't know.
I would say we just close it out
We're
by
still
saying
going. We're
thank
still
you to
going.
everybody for
I think-
listening. Thank you for pulling this together. This was a hell of a good time.
Did you see
And,
the lights last night?
absolutely.
I think everybody should announce their final thought like snail trail. I like that. So, Chris, you start.
I'm tired and going to bed.
Okay? Matt.
You know, I concur. I like sleeping, and let's do that.
Okay? Jimmy.
Bumble deep.
What the fuck?
The Bumble Deep?
Try again.
Bumble deep. Take
Bumble's
two.
bell.
Bumblebee tuna.
Bumblebee
I
tuna?
like his
Jimmy's
Bumblebee
cut
tuna,
off.
But I would like to say just thank you to everybody for making this happen, and let's go party at Chocolate Thunder.
I'm looking forward to the wieners at back door.
Damn it, I wish I would have said that.
Thank you to anybody that listens to any one of these shows for support and for the camaraderie and all this stuff. And we'll continue doing it if you guys keep listening.
All right,
I love how you guys are
Switzerland.
talking shit while I go take a piss.
Did you sit down?
I did. I don't want to be rude. I mean, this is not my RV, so
It eliminates the splash. It's
Oh my god, dude! This is the fucking.
What do you got, Lee?
He took his shiwi with
Come on,
him.
re-rim.
I'm waiting. I got a little.
Oh, you want the floor, huh?
Laugh so much about.
Okay, wait. Give him time. Give him time.
Let him go.
You can say whatever you want because I'm going to mute it.
He was on backdoor all day. He was on backdoor all day. Go ahead.
We're going on a trip. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, come on, Bert.
Why did Jose sit down to pee?
Mute.
All right.
Why did Jose sit down to go pee?
The final right here, guys. Thank you. No, stop it. Really? Really? Got zero respect.
He loves you. He loves you.
No, he doesn't love anybody.
We're out.
You know what? This is incredible. And thank you guys, everybody in this room. This has been a ton of fun.
This is gonna break the
camaraderie
internet.
on high, and what a shit show.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to everybody.
Hey, Jason, are you going to cry right
I think
now?
Jimmy
I am
has
going to cry.
one of my beers in my.
You're crying. I'm not crying.
I'm crying because you sat down on the toilet.
Where's my shot glass?
And-
It's somewhere.
Don't you drive a Nissan too?
Tee it up.
Oh my God.
Tee it up.
Tee it up.
Good night, everybody.
And you know what, Chris?
We're out.
Well,
Deep
you
subject.
You still here? What'd you think? Is it? I don't know. It was raw.
Why'd you all leave?
It was.
Why'd you all leave?
It was pure comedy. I enjoyed listening to it. It brought back some great memories and some not so great memories. But yeah.
Oh, there was some good times.
Jimmy was so faded.
Oh,
Dude,
he was
faded.
He fell into the driving area of the Taj Mahal. He tilted.
Oh,
back.
the front seats there. They had their backs to the front seats, and then he fell into the fucking front seat.
Where'd Jimmy go?
They had their heated jackets on and everything.
They were bitching and moaning about, why do we have the bad microphones? Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. And so you and Cody, I was pretty good. I kept I tried to bring it back a few times, and we did, but we were good. I'll my favorite line.
What's that?
My favorite line.
Oh boy! Before you get there,
this was what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say, the King of the Hammers is we were there for I think 9 nights.
Yeah.
And we drank every single night. And I try during King of the Hammers, I need to take at least one day that's a dry day for me to just dry out.
Uh-huh.
And Thursday, which is the night we recorded this, was my dry day.
Oh yeah, it was your dry day. Okay.
And I mean, I was
dry too because I was working all day.
Yeah, but you were working hard to get drunk fast.
Yeah, well then I had a couple fingers of nice bourbon there, but I was good. No, fist. A fist of bourbon. Not a fifth, a fist. Okay. Anyways, go ahead. So dry Thursday for you.
Well, that's it. I just
you gonna
wanted
do
to
that
say,
this year? Dry Thursday?
I don't know if it'll be Thursday. It might be Wednesday. It might be Tuesday. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, Tuesday, no, because that's going to be Ultra 3 and a shootout.
Yeah. No. Are you going to? Do you have a flagpole on your? You don't have a flagpole on your camper.
I've got a flagpole.
Oh, you need to put up a flag on your dry day. So you know how most people put up like a Jack Daniel's flag. I've got the Jack Daniel's flag, a martini glass or something. You should have like an upside down martini glass or something with the Sahara Desert of your dry day.
There you go.
To let people know.
Yeah.
That's your dry day.
I think the whole camp should be dry for one day.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck. So here's my my favorite quote.
Go ahead.
And it was towards the end there when Tyler mentioned to you I don't know what the comment was before, but Tyler goes, "Well, we don't all have Chris money," and you respond, "Well, fuck yeah, you don't."
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, it was right there. Well, fuck yeah, you don't.
Well, now Tyler does have.
I was going to say, now I think it's Tyler money, but
I know, right?
The funny difference a year makes here.
Well, because Tyler's just building axles just so he can fucking break shit.
Just because. So
I mean, when he should just order them and be done with it, but whatever.
It's so good. So a lot of fun. The camaraderie is great with these groups. We joke around, and everybody has thick skin, fortunately, in this group. Yep. And Jimmy just. I don't think Jimmy even remembers recording this podcast. So,
well, he was there in spirit. He was there physically, but
I know. But when we were doing that group text, he's like, "What podcast are you guys talking about?" I don't. We recorded a podcast together? Yeah. So Jimmy was taking the alcohol that you weren't. So he was drinking for two, I guess. Apparently.
Well, he had an IV.
Oh, he had an IV going. Hey, speaking of that, race line, finish line IV is going to be back out there this year.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so they are really stepping up their game, and you can go over there and get a hangover IV for
hydration.
For like $150. You can get rehydrated instantly.
That's hashtag Jason money.
We've got, I know of at least one paramedic that will be in our camp, and I've already DM'd him to see if maybe they could have some IV packs on standby for our group. So we'll see.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. Great times down there. Looking forward. So we're going to try and
version 2.0.
Version 2.0, and we'll get it out sooner. But I know this has been long overdue. But it's going to be a blast with all of these podcasts again to sit down. We may have a couple other podcasts joining us, Maybe. I mean,
somebody else can be the keeper of the data.
Yeah, there you go.
I was stressed all year long holding on to that data. I mean, Jason and I would talk about it over and what are we going to do with that? And I'd be like, well, I'll dust it off.
Lorenzo tried to sell it on the black market a few times. He held it against us too a few times. He's like, I'm going to release this. He
kept saying he was going to release it in Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. So, well, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, it may have turned some people off of the podcast from listening to us. So
that's all right.
It is what it is.
We have too many listeners.
We do. Yeah, all 12 of them now. So, anyways, well, if you did enjoy it and you want to support the podcast, how can they do that, Chris? They could give us a 5-star review on iTunes. That really helps out. You
Apple Podcasts.
Write a little comment. Yeah, you don't even have to be a member of the Apple community. You don't have to have an iPhone or anything. You can go on to your IBM laptop and get into the
IBM laptop.
Yeah,
holy 80s Batman.
Well, I mean the IBM base. What do you call it? Windows based?
PC, dude.
A PC, a personal computer. Well, isn't an Apple a personal computer?
No, it's a piece of shit.
Oh, wow. So we know what fence Chris sits on.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So you could just log on to that and real simple review, great podcast, props to Lorenzo, great whiskey review, like the Toyota sucks comment, whatever. And 5 stars, and that'll help those monkeys throwing darts at Chartable there. And then, of course, Irate 4x4, Chris.
Yes, sir.
The Barrel Society. How do they get involved with that?
We would love for you to support our show at the Barrel Society on Irate 4x4. Yeah, you can sign up go to irate4x4.com and sign up for a free account there.
Yeah, you just sign up.
And you can go into all their forums and you can chat about rock racing, off-roading, Ford, Jeep, Toyota, whatever your poison is, even tow rigs, trailers, campers. There is so many discussions.
4x4 related.
Anything 4x4 off-road related is there. And it's just like the old school stuff, and people, you can get lambasted pretty good.
But not like the old pirate days.
Not like the old pirate days, but it's still, it can get rowdy.
Yeah.
So
a little spicy at times.
but if you go and you look at this, you scroll down and you go to watch, listen, and discuss. That's an area where some podcasts are hanging out.
Right past the Snail Trail Boys.
Just go right past the Snail Boys and go over to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey Podcast. Click on that, and that's the free area where all of our episodes are there. You can look at all of our episodes. You can comment on our episodes. You can just create a discussion. You can join a discussion, whatever. But if you look over to the right side of the screen, just below our big logo there with Chris and Jason sitting in the Jeep, you can see the support www podcast, where you can sign up to be a supporter. We can $5, $10, $20. Wheeling 101, $5 a month. Barrel Select, $10 a month. Old Elk Club, $20 a month. You can pay monthly or annually. We would certainly appreciate your support. It helps us create content. It helps us travel to events, and it helps us provide equipment to make this happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Pays for the bandwidth, pays for the websites, pays
shit
for
ain't cheap.
It adds up. So you're not necessary. Your support's not necessary, but everybody that supports us, we love you and we appreciate you.
So, and then we've got, of course, our website. If you want any merch, and the Element fire extinguishers on there. So if you haven't got an Element fire extinguisher yet, check it out.
You should have one.
And you should have at least one somewhere.
You need to have one.
Yeah, if you're off-roading, you should have one. Because they don't expire. They don't need to be recharged. They work on all the fires.
They don't need to be serviced.
All the types of fires, A, B, C, and K. And, they're compact, easy peasy, man. It's just like striking a road flare, and runs for 50 seconds as opposed to
5 or
8 to 11 seconds of your normal 5-pound fire extinguisher.
If it works at all.
Yeah, and that's if you keep up with the certification, and hopefully it works when you need it. But, anyways, small investment in your, excuse me, off-road rig. I was thinking of Toyotas. That's what got me.
Let it burn.
Let it burn. But anyways, no. So that's it, man. It's fun. This is fun getting together with everybody. Looking forward to 2023. See what comes about of this next shit show podcast.
Yeah, and we'll see everybody at King of the Hammers 2023 on the Lake Bed, fuck Boone Road.
King Boone Road. And with that,
we're out.